Greetings nerds, welcome to the final part of drawing Technoblade. Just like the previous drawings of a YouTuber, I'm going to get past a YouTuber drawing or a drawing of a YouTuber. I'm going to share my thoughts, my official review, and give the official rating, share some of my praising and some of my criticism. I cannot wait to get past another drawing of a YouTuber. This is actually going to be my 10th drawing of a YouTuber that I'm gonna get past, that we're gonna complete. So I don't care how long I'm gonna record, I don't care how the drawing is gonna turn out in its entirety. Well, so far, as you can see, nerd, this drawing is really pretty. To some of you nerds, but not all of you. There's gonna be other nerds that are gonna think that this drawing is really crappy, you know, and some of those nerds are gonna end up criticizing or bashing this drawing, saying it's terrible or awful, dreadful, or atrocious. Okay, I don't need to keep on sharing the synonyms of the word terrible. I'm talking too much, am I?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna shut the freak up now. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and finish the drawing of Technoblade.
So yeah, I spent nearly 2 hours finishing up the drawing of Technoblade. I had to do his right ear. I had to finish up. I had to do his hair a little bit more. Finishing up his hair. I had to add more shading to his chin and finishing up his chin by just like working on the right side of his chin and also working on the rest of his neck. I didn't do his neck entirely because, well, I only do, whenever I do human drawings, I just only focus on the head. I do draw the humans' necks. I also maybe draw a little bit of their clothing, but the rest of their body not so much because, I don't know, it's not because I'm a lazy artist, it's just that I'm more into drawing the faces because I do love seeing the human face, and I feel like the human face like has more attention or has more energy compared to their clothing or maybe their hair. You know, I guess it's all about beauty and appearance, if that's the right way of saying that. I'm not sure if that's really the right way of saying that because I don't make sense sometimes, and I'm sorry.
You right.
I think the hardest experience and the hardest part of the drawing in this video so far was, I think it was Technoblade's right ear. I had to take it nice and easy. If you don't know, I got that from that one SpongeBob episode. It's a SpongeBob reference. It's from that one episode, I think, when both SpongeBob and Patrick were trapped inside Squidward's body. I haven't watched any of the SpongeBob episodes, and I don't even watch TV that often anymore, so yeah. I thought the drawing of Technoblade turned out really, really wonderful. I could have done better in a few ways, and you'll see why I could have done better. And to me, this drawing of Technoblade is a lot more better. It's a little more better, actually. Nah, I changed my mind. It's a lot more better than the Charmix 2.0 drawing that I did a few months ago this year. So, the Charmix 2.0 drawing, it's the latest oil pastel drawing of a YouTuber that I did.
Okay nerds, here is the finished drawing of Technoblade. I'm going to share my official rating and my official review of this drawing of Technoblade. So here we go, let's do this. Here we got Technoblade's hair. I'm going to praise on his hair because of the way it looks. It's highly detailed. In my opinion, it might not be highly detailed to you nerds. Everyone has different opinions, obviously, you know? And the scissors really work on for darker colors, not lighter colors. I had to use scissors to scratch off the color in order to create the details and to like create the highlight. It seems like the light is coming this way, like coming to the right side of Technoblade's face from his perspective specifically. So again, I'm gonna praise his hair because the highlights and the details are outstanding to me. Here we got the highlights on his forehead. As you can see, plenty of good shading and plenty of good highlights to this drawing of Technoblade. You know, his face and his hair. Here is Technoblade's right ear. At first it started off terrible, and as I kept on going with his ear turned out to be ravishing or crispy. This is supposed to be the shading down here. I don't know, I feel like the shading below his ear is kind of off, but whatever. This drawing is not a 10 out of 10. Technoblade's eyebrows, his eyebrows turned out neat. There's like some shading between his eyebrows too. I really hate how I did his eyes, and I'm gonna admit it to you nerds. I did kind of rush through his eyes. His left eye looks black, but I don't know if it's easy for you nerds to see, but I added some blue. There's a lot more blue for his other eye, his right eye specifically. I'll give the bags a pass, but not his actual eyes. His eyes look so crappy, and I do apologize about that for kind of rushing through his eye. I'm gonna criticize his eyes because of the lack of details and the lack of I feel like the colors aren't blended enough, and plus there's not really that much energy to his eyes, if that really makes sense. I'm not a professional art critic. You got Technoblade's nose. I love how I did his nose too. Plenty of highlights, plenty of good pink. I had used different shades of pink for the drawing of Technoblade. I also used the scissors to scratch off the color, some of the color for his nose. Not only for his nose, but for his hair, obviously, and for other parts of the drawing. Love how I did his fill trim. His mouth looks okay. I feel like I could have done the details a little more stronger. I think I'll give his teeth a pass, but not his lips. His lips kind of look mediocre or amateurish. I think I improved with the hair. I really love how I did his chin and his neck. I'm gonna also praise his neck because of there's plenty of good shading of down here where his chin is at. And I guess this is supposed to be his mole that's on the bottom right side of his face. From the picture I saw that I used in order to draw this guy, so I really love the shading down here. There's a few things that are a winner, and there's a few that's not really a win. I love how I did his hair. I love how I did his eyebrows, his bags underneath his eyes, his nose, fill trim, his teeth, even his ears, and also good use of shading and highlights to Technoblade's face. But I'm gonna criticize his lips, his eyes, and I feel like I'm also gonna criticize Technoblade's, like, there's too much use of pink down here, just down here. I feel like the rest of the drawing is fine. There's not too much pink up here, but down here I feel like I added way too much pink. So I'm gonna criticize on the extra use of color for his chin area below his lips, you know? So I think I'll give this drawing perhaps an 8.6 out of 10. So that's close to a B+. I'm fine with a solid B. It was an absolute pleasure drawing Technoblade. Technoblade is actually my first YouTuber that I drew that's currently deceased. You know, he's no longer with us, unfortunately, because of cancer. And F cancer, by the way. I did it for Technoblade's friends, I did it for Technoblade's parents, I did it for the rest of his family, and most importantly, I did it for Technoblade. Hope you're proud, Technoblade. I decided to draw you to continue the legacy. Technoblade's not really dead. I just resuscitated him by drawing him. I brought Technoblade back. So that is going to be the end of this video. That's going to be the end of the adventure of drawing Technoblade. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this video was quite enjoyable to watch. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Oh, and also, feel free to follow my Facebook page. And thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time.